Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and Jim Wise, who is on the board of directors for the Remuda Quarter Horse Association and show, and getting ready to have a big show on March the 25th through the 26th, 23rd through the 26th, is going to talk to us more about what's going on with the Remuda Quarter Horse Show in Midland. And why did you choose Midland to have the show?
Well, the facilities that Midland has at the Horseshoe are very, very nice. We are glad to have that facility here. We have had the show in different facilities throughout this area because Quarter Horse gives you an area to have a horse show in so that you don't compete with other areas having horse shows at the same time, so you would take contestants away. So, excuse me, we have this area, geographic area, and so we're limited, Andrews, Midland, Odessa, but the facilities here in Midland have certainly proved to be beneficial for us and our contestants. The stall area for where you keep your horses and the ability to park trailers, especially the ones that have living quarters in them. There's accessibility to restaurants and motels for those that don't want to stay in their trailers and that kind of thing. So it certainly has been a benefit to our organization.
And this is a county-owned facility, is that correct?
That is correct.
And so it was really planned for this one purpose, and that's horse shows and kinds of agricultural related or animal related shows. Is that right?
That is correct, because Midland up until they had the Horseshoe, their facility had some age on it, wasn't located in a very good area for access, and certainly this has improved the ability to have agricultural and livestock kind of shows here, as well as other things.
And it is in such a accessible place, and it's such a beautiful facility.
Yes.
So we are really lucky to have that in the Permian Basin, and it's really there to serve the whole Permian Basin, as is this horse show in Midland. I mean on the 23rd through the 26th. But tell me a little bit more. What other things have you been involved with at that arena?
The Gun and Knife Show shows up there from time to time at the Horseshoe, and so. But other than those things, I know they have Monster Truck, and you can go online to see what their calendar is, to see what they've got. They have something every weekend at that facility that would fit anybody's needs. And I know they also do weddings and quinceañeras, and they do other things there. That it's a good facility, and I'd like to mention that the people that run that facility
are wonderful.
They absolutely are. They have been more than gracious to us and help us, and if we need something, they are Johnny on the spot to help us. So it has worked out for us and our contestants very well.
And we might mention at this time Penny Welch, who is the executive secretary for the Quarter Horse Association.
Yes.
And it's her web email that's rolling across the screen, because she can answer any questions, whether it's about the scholarships for young people or whatever it is. You've got the answer right there, and she can direct you to the right person. And so
there it
I
is.
want us to be sure and make note of that, because you do have an executive secretary that's always available to respond to you through the email.
Well, like most organizations, she does all the work, and she knows everything.
That's
so
right. She knows
asking us,
everything.
it doesn't do any good.
In fact, we had hoped that she'd be here, but she had so many other irons in the fire getting ready for this that she didn't have time to come. But
yes, I had hoped she'd be here also.
But one of the things that I want us to talk about also is what age people are involved in this show. Do you have young people showing their horses, or what?
Yes,
or is it all
we
the
have
way up to
in our show that's coming up, and on our website we have a show, what we call a show bill, and it's actually a list of and the order of the events as they'll go. And in that list, they show the actual age groups. They'll call it youth and amateur. We have select amateur, which is 50 and over, and then open classes, and then there are age groups in the youth. So there is no limit to the age that you can show a quarter horse at our shows. But they make it even in the competition between, you don't show with beginners, don't show with professionals.
Yeah,
And so we have novice classes as well as amateur and open, what we call it, for the professionals. So, and we even have a walk trot for beginners, walk trot and lead line, and that is open to any breed, and you can come and join at the time. We always have it right after our lunch break on both Saturday and Sunday of our shows. And the walk trot is for those that are a little more along but not ready to show it at a what we call a lope, and a lope is a faster gait than, of course, the walk and trot.
Well, is this a show that you get ribbons or awards or prizes or something, so that it's a sanctioned show and then you compete at higher levels?
Ultimately, you are awarded points by the
Okay.
American Quarter Horse Association at these shows based upon how you place. And for each class, you can accumulate points throughout the year by going to a number of shows, and then you can qualify. There are different points for different classes, qualification-wise. But then you can go to the Quarter Horse World Show that is in November every year in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And then they have the Select, which is the 50 and over, as I mentioned earlier. They started that just in the past few years, and the World Show for that is in Amarillo itself.
Oh,
And
good.
So you can accumulate points. And then we also share with other quarter horse organizations in West Texas and New Mexico. And what I mean by share is we will allow their people to come and show in our shows. Their points will count for our show, and they'll count for theirs, and likewise we
So
reciprocate.
it's a reciprocity kind of thing.
Exactly. And so that way different clubs give different awards, and we do give year-end awards such as halters, and we've given horse blankets, and some shows give saddles and that kind of stuff. So yes, you can get something, but I can assure you that it doesn't return the investment that you put in the beginning.
Yeah.
This is a hobby, and
An expensive hobby.
and it's an expensive hobby. Yes.
But if you're going to go that far, whether you're in golf or whatever, you're
That's right.
spending a lot of fishing or whatever, you're spending a lot of money. So this
Exactly.
But this is a great way for families to do things together, and there's less and less of that kind of thing.
Yes.
We're going to have to take another break, but I've got a funny question to ask you
Okay.
when we come back. Join us in just a minute with Jim Wise, and we'll continue this conversation about the Quarter Horse Association.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.